schmorning, first day of vegan week. So for my breakfast I've got dates, water, banana, into a shake slash juice, straight in there, part of my breakfast. I'm also, if I'm still hungry after that, gonna have some bran flakes. You gotta remember, I had no carbs for a long time. I'm finally allowed to. I'm gonna do it. And also I'm not gonna have lunch until, when I get home, so it won't be until about 1:30. So I want something to fill me up throughout. Got it? Good. Okay, so obviously I was a bit hungry after that, so I did have the bran flakes. Not that much, as you can see. I don't have that much time, otherwise I'd have like half the box. But yeah, just a little something to add on. Still healthy, still doable. Why not? Bran flakes. Okay, so I had my lunch earlier. This is what I made. I can't get too close because the steam will steam up. But basically, yep, steamed up as predicted. I had cut up normal, like real tomatoes, put half a can of tinned tomatoes in there, red onion, lots of seasoning, i.e. paprika, a little bit of salt, pepper, put garlic in there, put some courgettes. There was some mushrooms as well, but I ate them. And here's the pasta. I'm going to give this bit left to my mum because she just come in, and I'm going to make something different for dinner, which I will hopefully get to record. As in raw week, I was caught preparing food earlier in the week on the first day. Same thing today. Later in the week you won't catch me preparing the foods. Obviously I'll always tell you what I've had, but you won't actually see me doing it. So for my dinner today, on my first day of vegan, this is going to last me for tonight's dinner, tomorrow's lunch, and possibly tomorrow's dinner, I'm hoping. I'm going to make a soup, okay, using the soup maker. If you haven't got one, it's a very good device to have. If not, all you do is boil it, cut it all up and boil it, and add some vegetable stock. So yeah, so I'm going to have swede, carrots, garlic, ginger, coriander. Okay, so I'm about to dig in. This is the soup. It definitely tastes better than it looks. Looks a bit runny, but it's actually really nice. And this is what I'm accompanying it with: lovely bread, straight from the Turkish shop, stunning. Thinking of what Anna said about white and brown carbs being no different, really. So trialing that. And it's so funny, as I was doing this, I was just thinking, like, if this was in a restaurant, it'd be called vegan soup. There's nothing particularly vegan about it. It's literally just got vegetables in it. So yeah. Every day the stigma goes more and more for me against veganism, about how it's so fussy, it's so this, it's so that. It's literally nothing but vegetarian without dairy. Like, it's actually, I can't see the flaw. Okay, so day 2, for breakfast I had half a watermelon, and for lunch I had the remnants of the soup, which you can see here. So leftover soup, and I've got now a salad sandwich. Now this is something Anna told me about. The filling is actually avocado. I put it on the bread and I can see it a bit there as well. Which is just avocado, paprika, black pepper, and I'm going to put them two together, but I want to show you what's inside. Very easy, very simple, loving the life. Love a bit of vegan. Well, hey. Snacking on some Bombay mix. Love the stuff. Looking on the back, we have a suitable for vegetarians. To be honest, I'm just going to go by this now. And also, people who are like averted to the idea, if it's suitable for vegetarians and I look in the ingredients and there's no milk or dairy, like, I'm good. Do you know what I mean? That's how people should take veganism. And Oreos for my sins. Those who didn't know, Oreos are actually vegan because they're dairy free. Soya is the middle bit, basically, not milk. So yeah, Oreos still in the game. I know. It is hard to find treats. I do have a sweet tooth and it is hard to find treats that are dairy free, but these have been a girl's best mate. The new choc, watch out. I don't think the other flavours are dairy free, I'm not sure, but I just know the originals are, and that's all I stick to. Good morning guys, day 3, in a rush, cereal, why not? Got bran flakes, banana, hazelnut milk. Nothing against having cereal. When you're vegan, why not? In a rush, let's go. I do feel like I'm getting straight to carbs and not back on my fruit, so I'm going to definitely incorporate more fruit in my diet, because that was a really, really good part of what I was doing before. So yeah, that's it. Today I'm planning on having my leftover soup again for lunch, and then for dinner I'm going to make this mushroom thing that Anna made for me once, and I really, really want to try. So yeah, we'll be filming that later. There's a dinner I've been wanting to try for ages, which is what Anna made me when I went to her house, which is this mushroom like stewy thing with rice. So I cooked my rice earlier. My rice is over there. I'll show that to you in a minute. Just normal plain white rice, and I'm just making the sauce, like the base now. I'm just waiting for my onion, and I'm soaking the mushrooms, and I'm going to add all of that together and have it with the rice, and it's going to be great. Okay, so in here I've got my onions, my seasoning, which is my pepper, my garlic, paprika, chilies, and water, and I'm just letting all of that boil. I'm going to put a top over it and just let it boil. So far, the whole thing has taken me about 15 minutes. I wish my presentation skills were better, but this is the final product. It's not as dark as that from just the sauce. I added a little bit of soy sauce as well. So yeah, I'll eat it and then tell you what I think. Okay, so that meal was very nice. Very, very good. Very, very full. I might have to go for a bike ride now just to let that go down. What thing I've noticed is, since entering vegan week, because obviously I was starved of carbs for so long and I was like, oh my god, I'm so hungry, blah, blah, blah. Now, since having carbs, I've just carved up. I've got very carb heavy with things, and I feel more heavy and lethargic. Not that carbs are bad, because obviously they don't make you fat or anything, but like Anna, for example, can process carbs very well, and she can just do her thing. She won't feel any difference, and her body will process. I think my body's a bit different. I don't feel I can process them as well. So I've decided to try and have carbs in my last meal. So that's why I think the raw till fourth will probably be most effective for me, because I've noticed fruit went so well for me, and I've stopped like breakfast so far. Monday I think I had the banana thing. And then Tuesday I had watermelon, and today I had bran flakes. And then all Monday and Tuesday I was having a lot of carbs. Today's the first day I haven't had that many carbs other than just dinner. So I'm gonna definitely work on that throughout the rest of this week. Really try and up my fruit, because my fruit game was winning. But yeah, I think that's something that happens with a lot of vegans. I reckon that they just carb up and probably go high fat as well, and then they're like, if they're doing it for like dietary reasons and stuff, they're just like, oh, it doesn't work. But obviously that's not the case. It's just that they haven't done it adequately. So yeah, one of my observations. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying so far and can possibly relate. Who knows? I'll get back to you soon. Tomorrow I'm planning on having my banana thing in the morning, the mushroom thing for lunch, and probably the mushroom thing for dinner as well. Yeah. But less rice for lunch than for dinner, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's it. Day 4 in the vegan week. Day 4. Wow, this week's flown. In Raw week, I was like, oh my god, when's over? No, on reflection, it wasn't bad at the time. Anyway, banana, dates, water. You know the drill. Breakfast. Yay. Hello. Yesterday was day 4. Forgot to vlog in the evening, so I'm doing it now, just my entry. Breakfast was excellent. Had my banana thing. Lunch went a bit tits up. Ate out. Vegan, obviously. Chickpea curry, rice, and like a pita bread thing. Not a problem. Dessert, sorbet, outstanding. Salted peanuts after. Got a bit downhill from there. What do I have after that? Yeah, that was that. Went work. After work, so I went work in the morning, went to lunch, and then came back to work in the evening. And then so I had that about 12, and then about 6:15 I had my leftover mushroom thing. Couldn't really face having more rice because I'd already had rice, like carbs at lunch. And as I said to you, like my body's like reacting to carbs like heavily. And then I had the mushroom thing left over. That was fine. And then after I finished my clients and I was on my way home, I had loads of salted peanuts, the bad ones from earlier, and a cup of tea with soy milk, but still not good. So I was up the entire night, and I didn't like. I feel like because I've brought my body back to basics, I can't really cope with those kind of foods anymore, especially just before bed. It will keep me up. So I think I should just sorry for the interruptions. I should just carry on being mindful about what I have before I go to bed, and even if I do have something shit before bed, to use and expel that energy, I should go for a long bike ride or something. So today, had literally no sleep, but I'm buzzing still because like I'm overtired now. Planning on doing a mammoth cycle ride, and my breakfast today is going to be warm water, just to like help clear out everything. Loads of apples chopped up, and for lunch I'm going out to eat, but it's not going to be that bad because it's going to give me energy for my long cycle. And then for dinner I'm just going to try and have like either a bowl of lentils and rice or just a salad. Like, it depends how hungry I am. I doubt I'll be that hungry after all the food I'll have during the day. And then the long cycle I will like time me out to the point where I have a good sleep. And yeah, but the thing is, my body would never have reacted this way, or I would never have recognised it was this before doing this, because I do like a million things at a time and I never really recognise things like this. But because I've stripped it back to basics and I can so understand how it felt when it was raw, even though it was a bit uninteresting, the food was a bit like, oh, I've slept it well and I never felt buzzing. And it was just because I was having sugar throughout the day and then something calming before bed, and I think that's where I went wrong. So yeah, there's my entry. I'll let you know how today gets on this evening. Have a good day. Hello and welcome to day 5's edition of my vegan life. Right, so I'm just going to flip it and show you what actually I can just do this. So I don't know if you can see, this is dal and rice and a carrot. Now, dal is lentils. My mum's Indian, so she makes Indian food, which is great. Very, very good, very, very vegan, no worries. I've been starting to notice more vegan spots. Like the other day I was driving through Hackney and I saw Ethiopian vegan and I was like, ah! And I love Ethiopian food. Injera, outstanding. So that was great, so I was really happy about that. In terms of food, yesterday, as I said this morning, was very bad for me and I really, really felt it. So today I made a very good effort not to do that. I even went out for lunch at a vegan all-you-can-eat place, the Loving Hut, lovely, but it's like fast food for vegans because it's really sugary and salty. But I steered clear of all the really heavy carb stuff. I think I had carbs once throughout it. Not the carbs are bad, but for me, as I said, that experience I had yesterday told me like you can't really do it, and previously. So yeah, I did that and that was really, really good. Then I endeavoured on going on a really long cycle ride, but because I've hurt my knee, which I will also show you as well, that it's a bit swollen. I can't really show you without that. Yeah, I hurt my knee and I met a physio today and she said you should just keep it ice and do cycle, but don't put too much strain on it and don't squat and blah 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 blah. I started cycling, I was really up for it and I was like going to go really far, and then I started really hurting, so that's turned back. But I still went on flat ground. I did a big cycle detour and I did a big flat ground, and it was about 45 minutes to an hour long. So that was good. So I'll be nice and tired tonight, and I've got a night in, so I've just got to catch up on a bit of admin, and then I'm going to watch film. But yeah, this will be the last thing I eat, and then I'm just going to sip on mint, hot water and mint. I've got mint growing in the garden, hot water and mint, which is great. I realise this has turned more into like a diary of my life, and it's more about the food. But yes, the food I've had today has been the morning apples, which was great because I did a lot of HIIT in the morning, so like I couldn't have anything that heavy. That was really, really good, and it helped flush out my system after yesterday's catastrophe. And then I had the lunch buffet thing, but fairly good stuff, and then I've had this, and that's it. So yeah, that's all to update you. Tomorrow is Saturday. I'm having for breakfast, I don't know what I'm gonna have yet, possibly bran flakes, not sure, maybe the apple thing because I did like all of that. See how many apples I've got. And then for lunch I'll probably take some more of this, and then for dinner I'm going to my friend's house for dinner and she's going to make a sweet potato thing for me, which is going to be outstanding. So yeah, I will keep you updated, and tomorrow is day 6 of veganism and going great, no complaints so far, loving everything, feel recovered other than my knee, which is caused from my cycling. I'm all good and I feel way, way better than like before when I was eating dairy and meat and stuff like fish here and there. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I will be vegan now for the foreseeable future. So yes. Day 6, I've got my banana, dates and water smoothie. A usual favourite, you've seen it many times before. Today for lunch I'm going to have rice, so what I had for dinner yesterday, some leftover stuff of that, rice and the lentils, and then for lunch I'm going to have that, and then for dinner, the sweet potato thing, as I said. I will update you tonight, and yeah, day 6, going strong. Okay, so today I started my day with the banana thing that I showed you guys, the banana date smoothie in the water. Got to work, busy, and then I had the leftover stuff I had for dinner, which was the rice and the lentils and stuff that I had earlier the other day. Then I had an iced lolly, which was obviously vegan because there's no dairy in that. A piece of fruit, and then I had some more lentils a bit later, and some salad, which was all good. Then I got home and had quite a lot of Oreos, which again, as you know, are vegan. Some bread with some vegan cheese and tomato, sweet potato chips, and salad. But the only thing I'm failing to mention is that it's very, very late. So it's now like 12 o'clock and I just had that. So I'm going to feel it tomorrow in the morning. But it's a Saturday, you live once, what can you do, you know? Sometimes I'm staying at my friend's house, so like I can't really control the time I eat and stuff. Like, I know that because my body's so sensitive to the changes now since doing Raw week and everything else, I will definitely feel change, but it's good because I know this now. Before I probably wouldn't have even realised, and you know, and I think the way I see it as well as the stuff that I'm eating is still good, so it's not that detrimental to me. Tomorrow I'm going to endeavour to have lots of fruit for breakfast, and then I'm going to meet up with Anna and we're going to cycle to Nama, and we're eating raw. It's a raw restaurant, so we're going to eat raw there, and we're also going to review how everything's gone, which I'm also going to film. Morning, day 7. So my friend whose house I'm staying at, her mum's like a chef, literally, like she makes everything from scratch. It's amazing, and she wants to shower me with food, and I really want to do it because just to make her happy, but I can't because of this. So I'm yumming these for breakfast, as many of them as I can. Cherries, a bottle of water, obviously, and some more of the cheese and tomato, vegan cheese, tomato on that nice bread from last night. Today. I tried to give me this beautiful thing that looked like amazing, but it had egg in it and I was like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So yeah, the downside of veganism. Right, I can't even see what I look like, and I've got no doubt that I'm not makeup ready, but we've just travelled. How long? I'm going to show you.
13K.
18 point, does it show? What's your password? I just 18.13k. That's our route that we just done. We cycled all the way over here. Hang on, we walk there. Nama. That is the destination. Here is where we're going to debrief on how everything's gone for us so far. Well, how everything's gone for me so far. We're going to eat raw food, we're going to relax, and then we're going to cycle all the way back. Okay, so I've got a full English here. This is a lasagna. Lasagna, which is the rawest lasagna you'll ever see. And then we've got the no meat feast here, pizza. All right. We are here at Nama. It's day 7 of my vegan, day 14 of my entire thing. So we had a week last week when it was all raw, then we've got vegan week this week, and I've got raw till 4 commencing tomorrow. Yeah. And we're celebrating our midway point with a debrief for you, so you know exactly what's been going on, and a lovely feast for us. We're going to eat and talk, and you're going to join us.
And it's all raw.
Yay. Okay,
so hungry.
I got the full English. I'm going to try and hold things up to you as I eat it so you can see. So this smells like it would be mustard had it not been raw, and this is, I can't even believe they've done this. Oh, it smells like plantain, so I'm guessing it's obviously some
I think
kind
that's
of, but it's supposed to be, yeah, it might be trying to be bacon.
I think it's trying to be, bacon.
Yeah.
How was raw week, and how was your energy levels? That's what I really want to know.
Right, so energy wise, obviously we had the fiasco of the first day when I threw up.
Yeah.
That was horrendous. I was petrified. It tastes just like bacon. It's so funny. Try some. I was so scared. I was like, what have I done? I'm really scared, blah, blah, blah. My mum was like, don't do it, making you sick, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I'm going to do this.
I'm so glad that you didn't give up.
Of course not. So, that first day was a bit scary, but I noticed, and I really understood what you said about the combinations of food.
Yeah.
I was eating too much of 2 different things, and how can your body be expected to process that? Thank you. How can your body be expected to process that when you're, you know...
Because obviously it's not used to...
Exactly. Coldness as well.
Yeah.
Too much.
It is a shock to, like...
Anyone. Yeah, thank you.
It's all good. Thank you.
So obviously I was a bit scared about that, but I mean I worked through that, hence why I carried on. The next day I felt a bit better, a bit peaky as well, so I just went more towards fruit. Remember we had that conversation? and you were like, I think if you start eating more fruit, you're going to be where you want to be. And I was like, cool. So then I started just having just fruit in the day and then just veg in the evening, and that worked a lot better. Energy was alright. I actually felt like I had more during the day because of all the sugar I was having from the fruit. So that was quite good. Anything that was hard was the mental part of it. Like, you will have a hard, long day, you know, coming home to raw beetroot and mushrooms. You do want the comfort of something warm in your belly, do you know what I mean? But it couldn't do any better job of preparing me for veganism, because veganism is just a dream. It's so easy. There's nothing. I literally have to live without anything because it's just so good. Like, and I just feel better. I look better. I've got no complaints about it whatsoever.
So far, do you think it's sustainable?
Veganism?
Yeah.
100%. Raw, not for
Good
me.
answer.
Raw, not for me while I'm living in London.
Okay.
If I was living in more of an exotic climate,
tropical,
where I could have fruit from the trees, all day.
I agree.
Because I actually felt better when I was raw, lighter and a bit less like lethargic. What I did do was I crashed on carbs as soon as I could. Oh, this is the big thing actually. I noticed in my body, I was feeling a lot more tired, in the sense of
on raw.
Yeah, like repair-wise, I was aching a lot. Because obviously I've been training like normal, and with the carbs I usually have, I repaired. But I was waking up in pain and I never feel that, so I noticed the lack of carbs. So when, as soon as I could have carbs, obviously the pain went, and I went overboard and I felt really heavy and lethargic. However, I wouldn't even have noticed I felt like that had I not cut it out, if that makes sense. So I've become a lot more aware of how I feel and stuff, and what's going to make me feel shit and what makes me feel good. Yeah.
That's good. This is so good.
I know. This is a sausage, raw sausage. How are they doing it?
I think I've got some of that on here.
Yeah, you do. And your meat feast. How did you find it? Because you did the raw week with me for a bit, didn't you?
Hold on. I think with me it was just easy, but I mean I didn't struggle because obviously I've done it and raw till 4 and just been on the lifestyle for 3.5 years. Like I don't know. I just basically gave my body what it craved, and that was it. But yeah, mine was mainly salads in the evening, loads of bananas throughout the day, and watermelon.
You will see in my like vlogs as I was going on, watermelon really agreed with me.
Watermelon in the summer is life. Like,
so I was having it in the mornings.
It is life.
Throughout, it was really good. So I was loving it really. I've got no complaints. I actually feel, if I'm honest, next week raw till 4 will be the most sustainable one for my life.
Do you think?
Yeah. While I'm working the way I work.
It's very social.
Yeah. Very social, and not just that, easy. Like, I loved having to. I'm not a cook. I can cook, but I don't enjoy it. It's not something I can put my life into. Literally, I will cook to survive. It's as simple as that. So I loved knowing when I wake up today, I've got no preparation to do. All I've got to do is have half a watermelon. Done.
What about this?
A dream.
What about this week then?
Yeah, this week hasn't been hard. Hasn't been hard preparation-wise, but I can see it getting there. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because the thing is, as a PT, you cook in bulk. So I'll be having the same thing for lunch and possibly even dinner. Okay. And then even the next day possibly the same thing. So if I could manage that a bit better and make the right enough portion so I can refrigerate it properly, would be something I'd have to work on. So that's all basically. That I just find the meal prep side of anything hard, just harder. So the raw thing was a lot easier for me. Veganism, of course, and you know what as well, like so much more jumps out at you. Like I was driving and I saw so many other little vegan things and the vegan festivals, and it's like everything in life, you magnetise what you're thinking about. So it's just been great, like in that sense. It's really like in a lot of cultures, like Indian culture for example, they're all basically vegan because they don't eat meat, they don't eat dairy really, anything from an animal they don't have. And so there's so many little things like you'll see one day, I was having Bombay mix. It's vegetarian and it has no dairy, so therefore it's vegan. Raw as well, like you don't think you're going to be full, but you actually get full. Don't shake the table as much as you're doing it. Shit. But you actually get full because you're, like by the time you eat it, you're like, okay, I'm eating something, and it's like, it's going straight to fill you up, if that makes sense. Whereas when you eat
oh my god, that tastes like bacon.
I told you, when you eat mindlessly, you don't you're just eating to fill a void. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like you're eating because you have to eat, but when you're eating raw. When you're not eating raw, it's like eat a bit. Oh, the raw sandwiches. Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah, how did you like them?
They're alright.
From Planet Organic, right?
But they were not cheap.
Oh yeah, they're like £6.
They're so expensive.
I had one the other day.
I was like, oh my god. Another thing I thought of as well, if you're worried about being like difficult, like when you're vegan, if it's more acceptable for you, then when you go out to eat, just be like, I'm vegetarian and I'm lactose intolerant, and they'll be like, oh, okay, sure, no worries. Whereas sometimes if you say vegan, everyone's like, ah, vegan. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a tip. Say you're lactose intolerant,
and if you're like, I'm allergic to, they're like, okay.
That's another one. Yeah.
They like almost become your best friend.
Exactly. Oh, I'm so sorry you have to even go there. We'll make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Remember when you were in America and they tried to give you cookies and they're like, yeah, they don't have meat in them.
I'll never forget that. It just makes you feel so good. Like you just always have energy.
I don't feel tired. I don't feel like, what am I going to eat? Like, that was the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
It's that time when you're busy, you get home, no energy, and you're like, what am I going to eat? I'm vegan. That's what I was worried about.
Yeah,
Since doing this, I'm actually not worried at all. I'd made your mushroom thing. Yeah, it didn't turn out as nice as when you did it, but by the 4th time I do it, it will be alright. Put a bit too much chilli in it. I made a really nice soup. I made, I've been having a lot of Indian foods, that's naturally, and I've noticed what you said about the carbs, so true. Like my body just will digest them the same if it's brown or white. It's not.
And what about your fats?
Just keep them low. Quite low, yeah. I've not being vegan. I've not really been drawn to having a lot of fat.
Oh,
when you're
good.
raw,
That's
you're
good.
more.
Yeah,
More personally.
yeah, it's more fatty.
But when you're vegan, there's so many carbs. I'm alright. I'm a carb girl.
That's good.
Quite dangerous that I know that Oreos are vegan though. I've been going at them.
Yeah, Oreos and
we need to make
soya.
an Oreo dessert. No, an Oreo.
Oh yeah,
dessert.
that cookie.
Yeah.
Dessert.
Yeah.
Cookie dough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it.
And I ate at this place. You might have seen it in my Insta the other day. And the dessert was sorbets, and they're a really good dessert for vegans because obviously there's no milk in it.
Yeah, it's like
And it's like ice cream, and you can get a chocolate sorbet.
Have you ever been to Novikov?
Yeah.
It's
Sorry.
It's like this Russian like restaurant in Mayfair.
I'm aware of what it is, I just can't afford it.
Anyways, yeah, that's my dessert that I get there all the time.
Sorbet.
Yeah, because it's just it's easy, isn't it? It's like ice cream, but
Soy ice cream.
yeah,
Dream.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, thank you.
Right, so here we have a chocolate tart with coconut ice cream. How delicious does that look? This is actually made from cacao and dates and like good stuff. This is sticky toffee pudding with caramel, caramelized everything. And this again, very, very good stuff, dates, etc, etc. This is a chocolate brownie sundae. All of this is dairy free, and all of this is, again, like vegan. And then we have warm chocolate chip cookies over here with homemade almond milk.
How nice is
If
that?
you're not salivating right now, we can't work with you. Sorry. That's how it goes.
It's all vegan.